VC music lovers, take two. Take two? I mean, what the hell? Unfortunately, because did a awesome video last night. Edited it. Well, just sort of put needle drops in, put the titles and the songs and the years. Went to upload, and I haven't had a lot of memory left on my phone, and had to delete some things, and then I hit delete on the video. Anyway, so I was going to put this stuff away. I thought, we'll try again. You know, get knocked down, get up again. Like this craziness in the world. It's just hope everyone's well, keeping low profile. Yeah. I don't do that many videos these days. I'm just not quite in that sanctum rim of video making, and I've been pretty poor on commenting. So anyway, I'm back out there again, back in there maybe is the term, should say, and see how we go. Anyway, there's been a lot of threads going around, and thought I'd jump on this one with the pick a city and bands from that city. Mazzy's done one, Lionel Rich done LA, his hometown, and Randy Deadwax done his hometown Detroit as well. So the winner is Shetney. You can see it in the title anyway, but Shetney is the winner. Sorry, a bit of an accent problem, but Sydney, if you didn't quite get that. Alrighty, I'll read that. Okay, let's go. Bands from Sydney. Okay, I got 22 plus, because I kept remembering other ones, and I thought, here's the other CD, so that out. Okay. Alrighty, let's go. Okay, as I hope you're all well. Yeah, that was a great video last night. Awesome. This will be nowhere near that standards, but probably back to my normal standards. Okay, in the background, if you can hear it, wet taxis, wet taxis, yeah. Garagey rock band. They're all from Sydney, something to say that. In 82, 83, a guy Lewis Tillett, he was on piano and vocals. Interesting album. Like, they were just sort of starting to crack the scene, and they just stopped. They just pulled the plug on, their career. Not sure exactly why. This is quite a rare one, I think. The time I've seen this is when I found it, and yeah, it's pretty cool. Do a cover of Joe Cocker. Yeah, not bad at all. The band is Icehouse, initially known as Flowers. So this is the debut, and dust. Yeah, Aussie pop rock, bit of synth, I guess. They got pretty classic Australian songs, like Great Southern Land's a great one. Interesting. So if you look it up on Discogs, under Flowers, and then they all their albums after that, Icehouse, Ivor Davies, quite a very well-known musician in Australia. Yeah, it's pretty good stuff. Icehouse, formerly known as Flowers. Geez, I'm not reaching the heights of that previous video. Anyway. Tully, Sea of Joy. Yeah, this is a soundtrack to a surf movie by what do you call the director, I guess, of the movie, Paul Witzig, who I've talked about before. He worked with a band that were a little bit related to these, not blood related, but they sort of jammed together, called Tam and Shud, and they did a surf movie. It's pretty much just instrumental. I haven't actually seen the movies, but I think it's just scenes from surfing with music put to it from bands. So that was Evolution, and this is Sea of Joy. So this time we've got Tully in sort of 60, you know, sort of psychedelic sort of era, 60, 66, 60 sort of 8, 9 sort of thing, progressive psychedelic, and then they sort of teamed up with another band, Paul Witzig, Extradition, that was a bit more folky Australian sort of band, and they come up with this sort of folky sort of classic. Now I guess so it's just basically scenes from surfing scenes and nature and ocean and music put to that. You know, I think the crowd, these guys weren't actually surfers themselves, but they appreciated the freedom and the expression that surfing can give you, and just the beauty, and yeah, so they, with, I guess this crowd sort of thought they might hear a bit more harder music which goes with surf sort of scenes, but this, so maybe they didn't quite get it as much as initially. I mean, they were probably young punks, really. Young, what do they call them, grommets. Probably didn't, you know, have the, you know, the deep sort of stuff yet, but anyway, so Tully, really nice, sort of folky, bit psychedelic, a bit progressive, lots of sort of wind instruments here, nice stuff. This came out in like 72, I think. Alrighty, Royal Headache. This is something that Grandma got me with a VSLT a while ago. Sort of garagey, alt rock stuff. They're all pretty short songs. I think it does come under punk, but I probably wouldn't call it punk. They're all like, there's not a song greater than 2.5 minutes, just about. Yeah, not bad. So clearly these are all songs of bands from Sydney. What am I doing? Cockroaches. Terrible insect. Pretty terrible name. Not the greatest band, but not that guy. This guy look familiar? Sorry, there's a bit of thing there. These guys from Sydney, clearly, and they morphed into the Wiggles. That's right, this is, the Wiggles were actual real musicians. Which, yeah, interesting. So, yeah, look, it's not a great album. This came out in 87, okay. It's alright though, it's sort of not bad. And I did a few needle drops last time, but unfortunately, I haven't got the time now to do it. So anyway, yeah, interesting. Check it out, Cockroaches. Probably check out, what song? Some Kind of Girl. But yeah, pre-Wiggles, much more famous. Probably weren't going to get very far and have many meals provided to them from their funds from this, but Wiggles, they are feasting and gorging. Yeah, not bad. So, I was going to say something I've forgotten now. It might come to me. Noise Works. Noise Works, a bit of a poppy rock band. Yep, this is probably the first band I saw. What was it? Not the first band. The first band that I went to the city, Big Smoke, to go see. I grew up in Sydney, and now I'm about an hour north, so not so much a local anymore, but still call it my semi-home. Noiseworks, yeah, and we went to about sort of 16, went into town and watched these guys. My first gig, which was pretty cool. Something you never forget, really, is it? Billy Field. This guy, this is probably a $2 record. It's actually not bad though, like it's not great, but it's not bad. There's actually some reasonable songs in here. Bad Habits is quite cool. Can't help myself. Bad Habits. You Weren't in Love with Me is quite a good song. It's pop, got a bit of jazzy pop. There's a few strings and so in there, but Billy Field, he came from him and his band, I think they came from quite a affluent family, well, wealthy family, or wealthy neighbourhood basically, and they pretty much had most things provided for them, and instruments was one of it, and they were jamming out, and yeah, come up with this, but I think they ended up, their parents confiscated the instruments off them because they weren't concentrating on their studies enough. This is something I picked up a little while ago. They're from Sydney, Prestige Fix, Emotionally Tired. hard to find anything about these guys. I think this is the only thing they released. It's an EP. It's not bad. It's a little bit curish. Divinyls. Great sort of pub rock, really. Band. This is their debut, Desperate. Chrissy Amphlett, amazing front woman, probably the first Australian front woman to really just kick ass on stage. You know, she was frightening and also provocative at the same time. Yeah, so very talented, great musicians, really clicked together, and yeah, Divinyls. The Atlantics on Bora. This is Australian. Well, they're all Sydney. How to say that? Yeah, they're basically an instrumental surf garagey rock band. Did I say in them? I think 63 came out, and yeah, not bad at all. I've mentioned this before. I've been out there, this area here, this is X Beach down south of Sydney. I've been out there, probably not as big as this, but I was out there not, I think about maybe 12, 14. I think on a pink boogie board with matching pink budgie smugglers. Not pretty. One of my favourite bands, Sunny Boys. Sunny Boys. 40. This is their 40th anniversary. Excuse me. Release. This was this year or last year. This is their debut EP. 4 songs and then 4 unreleased sort of songs. This is one of my favourite bands. People, please check these guys out. Sunny Boys. You know, I do talk about them a lot. Rob from Boston, otherwise known as Robston. He likes them as well. Probably the only person that I think I know that likes one of these. Yeah, cool. Post-punk sort of, what's it called? Power pop stuff. Really good stuff. Really cool stuff. That's one band you can check out. Check out the Sunny Boys. Yep. I think you know these guys. You know, they were all born, well, obviously the Young Brothers were born in UK, and Bon Scott was born in the UK too, but they all came down. I'll just put that back on again, semi on again. Yes, I mean, you know, Australia's a pretty young country. Well, it's probably got the oldest to the youngest, so it's got the, you know, the Aborigines have been around for like 40, 50,000 years, so maybe they're one of the oldest civilizations, and then, but, you know, we were only really settled, white man settled sort of 200 years ago, a bit over 200 years ago, so, you know, a lot of people came to Australia in the 60s because we didn't have much population, and with the whole industrial revolution stuff, so, yeah, I mean, so some of these bands, some of these people were born not quite in Australia, well, not in Australia, but, you know, if you hear less when you're less than 10 years old, you sort of, let's say you grow up in Australia, and we're very good at claiming anyone that's got any ties at all to Australia, so, but definitely Australian. So, what can I say? They ended up going like to Sydney. There was like a migrant hostel, sort of like a stepping stone into the community to get their feet, find their feet. Now this is where George Young met Harry Vander. Yep, collecting all the AC/DCs, but they all got to be though the Australian covers. So you know, the Australian covers got the flame and the fret there. This is actually German press, but it's got to have the Australian cover. Choir Boys, just a sort of honest pub rock band. Pretty good, you know, sort of well known pub scenes. Pretty much on every jukebox being played every Friday, Saturday, and every day of the week. There's always something jam out of there in the jukeboxes. Choir Boys, probably their most famous Run to Paradise. Boys Will Be Boys. Good, honest stuff. Church, another example, a couple of Englishmen, Steve Kilby and Marty Piper. They were English, but I think definitely Still Kill Be came when he was sort of quite young, so we'll definitely claim him. Great stuff, great album. Hoodoo Gurus. One of my favourite bands growing up. They're sort of, I don't probably listen to them as much anymore. Maybe got a little bit tired of them, but they're still great. You know, I did catch up with Mr. or Mrs. Grandma pre this viral thing, or early stages of it. We went a bit of a digging day. We were talking about this, and I couldn't really pinpoint my favourite album by them, but and it was true what he said. Probably true everything he says. That they're probably a singles band, so lots of great singles, just very upbeat, garagey, poppy sound, really fun band. Yeah, so Hoodoo Gurus. I've shown this album multiple times. I love it, and I love showing it. I love the cover. I just love Celibate Rifles, the Turgid Miasma. I can always say this off camera, but I can never say it on camera. The Turgid Miasma of Existence. Great cover, great title, great name of the band, opposite of Sex Pistols, punk rock, 80s, 90s, great stuff. Celibate Rifles, check them out. If you're into punk rock, check out the Celibate Rifles. A lot of these bands have actually put songs on my channel. Often I just release songs, I just play songs that so I'm not trying to plug my channel, but anyway, if you're interested in these bands, just check my history, and yeah, there's quite a few songs from a lot of these bands. Radio Birdman, great punk band. So they released this album. This came out, Radio's Appear, their debut. Actually came out before Nevermind the Bollocks or I think the Ramones' first album, so early, got in there just in time, just before the obviously globally known punkers, but great stuff. There is an American in this band, Dennis Tech, but yeah, but this I think Rob Younger there is the vocalist. Great, these guys are known for just great musicians, great stuff. He did a lot of stuff, a lot of bands. I think he did actually play with the Sunny Boys. He did produce quite a few bands. I think he's involved with Celibate Rifles, and he produced some other bands, which I'll show. But yeah, Radio Birdman, awesome stuff. Heaven is basically heavy metal. That tells you there. Heavy metal in the 80s. There you go. That's the screenshot of it. Yeah, sort of AC/DC-esque. InXS, everyone knows InXS. I'm not sure which is my favourite album of them. This is quite a good one. Shabu, maybe. Probably my favourite InXS song is Don't Change. Don't Change, VC. Don't change. The Johnnies. Cool stuff. This is cowpunk, a bit of cowpunk, garagey stuff. What is this? This is 86. Yeah, really good stuff. Paul Kenley did a little bit. Was it Tex Perkins on this? Don't quote me. And Jones, I can't remember his name. He's a Kiwi, but we'll claim him. Someone Jones, who was a great guitarist. Yeah, pretty cool. Bit of cowpunk. Lime Spiders, I did show this, I think, one of my most last videos. It's sort of a garagey sort of type band. Not too bad, not brilliant stuff, and not bad. I know I did see them and sort of had like these underage discos, but great bands. Sort of 14, 16-year-old, and we did sort of make a bit of fun of these guys, but probably was not justified, and I was just a young punk. Alrighty, bit of Rose Tattoo, great, just rock and roll, pub rock and roll. Still active now. Actually saw them maybe 6 months ago. There was a little video. Actually, I forgot. And they play with the Hard-Ons, cool punk rockers from Sydney as well. If you want to see, there's some live footage of them. But Rose Tattoo, pretty cool stuff. Oils, their debut, one of my favourite bands. I hope the camera's is around the right way. Yeah, love the Oils. You know, not really much represented in the DC, but you know, which is surprising because they toured the world not that long ago, and they had toured multiple spots and sell out everywhere. But anyway, love the Oils. Probably the band, them and AC/DC, probably the band I've listened to most in my life. Pretty much since I could think, I've been listening to AC/DC and Oils, which is probably, how long? I think last week. And the Angels. Gotta love Angels, just great. Another Australian pub rock band. Doc Nielsen, who's passed away, rest in peace, Doc. Amazing frontman. This is later on one of their albums, Night Attack, but yeah, just great stuff. Just pub rock. Alright, and we'll go to some CDs. The Wetlands. I really dig the Wetlands. Tim Freeman's the main guy, probably on keys, but just quite a bit of intellect, and yeah, just sort of art rocky sort of thing. Blow Up the Pokies is quite a synonymous, well-known Australian song just about poker machines and gambling, and a great song. On this, one of their favourite songs of this is No Aphrodisiac Like Loneliness. Very well put. Thirsty Merc. Pretty cool. Sort of 2010s maybe, something like that. Probably not that late. Maybe 2000. Doesn't matter. Yeah, if you've ever watched the Bondi, not the Bondi Vet, the Bondi Rescue, the music to the opening sort of titles is by Thirsty Merc. The name of their car, the description of it, that was a very petrol guzzling Mercedes. The Mighty Buffalo, great hard rock, metal, hard rock. Yeah, this is in the sort of 70s, great. If you like hard and heavy 70s, Buffalo is the way to go. Yeah, I think their second album, The Eastern Dark, which is a great band, but Rob Young, I think, produced this from Radio Birdman, and they had a guy from Lime Spiders, I think Bilson his last name was, and James Durrick. He was from Celibate Rifles, and they sort of did this, and they did one others, and then they were driving down to Melbourne to play their play their debut album, and unfortunately had an accident, and James Durrick, the guitarist, died, so they only had probably one, and this is some songs from that sort of EP, and then a few live tracks. Great stuff. Eastern Darkness, like punk rock, Eastern Darkness. And Spy the Spy. Cool, honest pub rockers. Alright, that's probably it. Sorry, the standard's pretty poor, but I hope everybody's well, keeping a low profile, and just keep your distance. Take care, everyone. Look after yourselves.